Yo, what's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy Philly Day One, and guess what? Antoine Powell Riley. If you follow me, that's my favorite rookie of this year's draft. Of our picks. This is my favorite rookie, and he got on tape something that's probably that made me happy. It's probably gonna make you happy too. Also, Jason Kelson was on an exciting mics. Exciting mics. He was on exciting mics, and they got into a Hall of Fame talk. And he said something that might shock y'all. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that video. Also, I know you guys seen the new signee from the Cowboys. I think he was drafted by the Cowboys 7th round. Nose tackle. And I got a little tape on him, just so we can get a little good eye test on the kid and what that might mean for this team. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts. Peyton Manning went on record to say and rave about Jalen Hurts. I got that interview for y'all. Yeah. So we're going to listen to Peyton Manning rave about Jalen Hurts. Last but not least, Landon Dickerson will be missed. No doubt about it. He will be missed. But the offense had a pretty good day. Real good. I wouldn't say real good day, but they had a pretty good day against this defense. This defense is stingy, and it makes the offense look like they ain't no good. But, you know, it's a testament to this defense. The guy who was in there starting for Landon Dickerson, Brett Toth, he was with that line and kind of held his own. I won't say he had a great day, but he held his own. And I think that's all we need him to do until Landon Dickerson get back. So, let's get into it.
Yeah, I done fell so many times, but I got back up. I've been drugged through the mud, like it ain't been enough. I'm still going, 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 still going. And I done felt so much pain that I wanna give up, but I can't stop now, cause I've been through too much. I'm still going, 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 still going.
Signee, let's talk about him first. Straight off the mark, new signee, Justin Rogers. He's a nose tackle, about 6'2", 338 pounds. Cowboys drafted him in the 7th round. He's mainly a run stopper. You know, just there to stuff up the run. But I got some video that might say otherwise. Let's play the video. Oh my goodness, that looked good. That looked good. Sure enough, it is college. It is college, but that looked good. If you ask me, he was getting off some blocks. He took on a double team. Like, stuff in the run looks like his go. Something, you know, you get off the muscle, but he got potential. He got potential. Like, this defensive line is pretty deep. It's pretty deep. Speaking of deep defensive line, Antoine Powell Riley is our draftee for this year. And he put some pretty good tape out there for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, he ain't get no sack, but he had an individual pass rush that looks pretty good. Let's play it. That's the starting lineup, right? Yeah, I think that's the starting lineup. So, you know, that boy, he got moves now. He got moves. I can't wait to see this kid develop and become one of those guys we look towards to go get us a certain amount of sacks. Right now, you don't expect no sacks out of this kid, but I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. He's not too far off. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel it coming. All right. Now, let's get into the Jalen. Well, let's get into the Jalen Hurts thing. Jalen Hurts, folks. Peyton Manning went on 94 WIP, and he had this to say.
So well in both those Super Bowls, but I like the way he goes about it. He calls me a lot. It asks me lots of questions. They actually run a lot of plays that we used to run, Sirianni to Frank Reich to Tom Moore, sort of that chain. And he calls me with very specific questions about certain plays. So he's a student of the game. You know, as another example, you think, I mean, he squats 600 pounds. He can, run over guys. He can throw it a mile. But his appreciation of the cerebral part of the game is what's impressive to me, and how he's taken his game to the next level. And I think the sky's the limit for this guy.
Have you ever met a more intense, serious human being than Jalen?
No.
It's almost intimidating when you're in the room with him.
I said this before. Jalen Hurts is playing the quarterback position with his mind, not his talent. So he can go really, really far with just that. Peyton Manning raving about him got to mean something. It has got to mean something. Off the Super Bowl, he comes and he goes and dives into the game more. I'm telling you, the people who saying what they saying, keep your receipts. Keep your receipts, because the people who are like, oh, he ain't that good, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't this, keep your receipts, because we're going to get to show him all this stuff back when they going to eventually start calling him the number one. He's this era's face. He going to get all that. And we can keep the receipts for the people who said what they said, and it's going to be embarrassing, and I'm going to smile on it. So let's get into the Jason Kelce talk. Jason Kelce, I thought, in my opinion, was a Hall of Fame. In my opinion, I thought it was a Hall of Fame. I thought he was sure enough to make it to the Hall of Fame. He think otherwise. Check this out.
What would it mean to you to be inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame one day?
It'll be weird, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I think it's weird because I don't even think I'm the best player that I've played with in the NFL. Like, even on the offensive line, like Jason Peters, Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, they're all better players than I ever was. I think I was very good at center, but I was a scheme-specific guy. Mm-hmm. And when I think of Hall of Fame players, I think of people that this is a guy that was so good, no matter what team, who he played with, wherever he was at, he was going to be one of the best players of all time. And I just don't think that's the case for me. I was better when I had great players next to me that allowed. Now, when I did have that, I could do some really interesting things that nobody else could do. Yeah. But I needed a lot of other pieces in place and coaches in place for me to excel. And that's why it feels weird to me if it ever happens.
That is so surprising to me. That is so surprising to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I respect Jason Peters because, I said Jason Peters. I'm sorry, Jason Kelce. I respect Jason Kelce because he knows the game of football. You know what I'm saying? So that's good reason for why he's saying it. It makes sense, but I still feel like he did enough to get in. So I mean, there's a bunch of scheme guys who's in the Hall of Fame, and I think Jason Kelce should be another guy to get in the Hall of Fame. So I disagree with you, big fella, when it comes to you getting in, but it's still stuff that you centers weren't able to do that you were doing. So let's get on to our last talk, our main event talk. Let's get into last talk, and last talk is Brett Toth played. He took first team reps, took the snaps for the day, and I'm gonna let EJ Smith talk about that a little bit. Let's get into that.
Day 13 of Eagles training camp is in the books. I'm going to give you 3 quick takeaways from the session. Starting with the change on the offensive line. Landon Dickerson is obviously week to week now with a right meniscus injury. In place of Dickerson with the starting offense, Brett Toth got all of the snaps at left guard. Interestingly enough, Darian Kennard, who's been played on the right side throughout the summer, moved to left guard with the second team offense in place of Toth. Next, we should talk about Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense. They had one of the best stretches I've seen from them throughout the summer. It was a 4-play sequence, 4 passes, 4 completions from Jalen Hurts, all of which required high-level ball placement. Lastly, Andrew Makuba is starting to get more first-team reps. He's been working with the starters in the dime package with the extra defensive back, but worked with Cooper DeJean, actually, with the first-team defense early in practice. We heard from him after practice. He said he's starting to get more comfortable diagnosing things in front of him.
Yeah, so Andrew Makuba did play. He played for the first team today. You know, and Brett Toth kind of held his head. He held his own. You know what I'm saying? I think the offense, they didn't make any big splash plays and nothing like that. They didn't really blow them out the water. Like I said, this defense is really, really good. This defense is really, really good. And for them, without A.J. Brown, because he didn't practice, without A.J. Brown, still nursing a hamstring, they were able to, Jalen Hurts was able to go 8-8. 8-8. Now, he ain't throw no touchdowns or nothing, but he went 8-8. You know, he went 4 straight completions. Yep, went 4 straight completions. So, I mean, they working. I think the offense is working with what they got available. They got injuries all up the line of scrimmage, and this defensive line is beating them down. Outside of that, they blitzing. You know, they're giving the offense a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? And for them to start off 8-8, every completion, he said all these completions was tight throws. They're making a lot work with a little bit. With a little bit of stuff, they're making a lot work with it. That's all I got for you guys, man. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications on so you don't miss no video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments, man. Get active. Let's go Eagles.